All right, let's move on. So we formatted, we've laid out the content here, and we've got the content presenting that says, here's the title, and here's when it was published. But I'd really like to read the article, Jeff. I really want to see that content. Now, if we think all the way back to the beginning of the day today, we talked about Blazor hybrid applications. We talked briefly just now about Blazor hybrid applications. We can put our own Blazor hybrid, not even Blazor hybrid, we can put a WebView in here and tell it, go over to this page for whatever content we selected. So let's do that. So I've already got a view out here to start for that called article content. Guess what we're going to build for this? We're going to build a view model. We're going to take the view model and we're going to set this up so that it can present inside that the web browser exactly the content for the article requested. So, just like we did before, we're going to navigate to this page. Well, we need to pass in the RSS content that we're presenting for this. So, we're going to set up another query property. We're receiving content about where we're going. So, let's go to, we'll set up a property here called content, and we'll receive a property called content. I don't even need any kind of service or anything here. I'm just going to set up an observable property. Yeah, and this is going to be an RSS channel item, and I'm going to end up replacing these with the syndication feed objects. But there it is. There's my content. Yeah, go ahead, rebuild. So I have this already. We got to make sure that this is registered over in my MAUI program. So there's my article view model, my article content. No, don't start the app just yet. So we're going to receive the content when you choose an item on that feed page, right? So we've got the news feed. I need to actually set up over here the ability to navigate to the article page. So we need a go to content method. All right. And that means we're going to expose that as a command that can be interacted with from the page. So let's do this. So async task, because we're going to click and animation's going to happen and it'll eventually return control. So we'll call this go to content, and we need what's the content item we're going to. Let's do a little defensive coding here. If item is null, yeah, I'm going to do the pattern matching jammy there. Return that. Otherwise, come on. No, we're going to have to type this one. We're not going to get the help from Copilot like we had before. So we're going to go to article content, and we're going to pass, well, yes, animate it nicely. And we want another dictionary string object because we're going to pass some parameters. What parameters are we passing? Well, we just said we're going to receive with a parameter name of content and pass it into here, and that's our channel item. So we're going to pass content and pass through that content item. Done. Look at that. We got friends from Pittsburgh here today. Oh my gosh, TJ. From the western side of this Pennsylvania, this Keystone State, and Sinclairinator. About an hour west of that in West Virginia. Very nice. Right. Hey, that side of the state, they like to do this. Friends out there, European friends, I know it's a little bit late. We're late in the game here, and I'm going to... These folks over here that are watching from the western side of the state and from West Virginia, they do something a little bit weird out there. They like to make a nice sandwich, and they put French fries in the sandwich. take the top off. You got a nice cheeseburger there. You got chopped up steak, and they put French fries on top, and then they put the bun on top of that. What? Who? That's right. Permantes is the name of the restaurant that started that. What? When I was a kid, we used to put potato chips on our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And it reminds me of the same thing. Now, look. I eat something, and if some of our Philly friends are here, I eat something sometimes called Philly poutine. Oh, no, I don't want to insult our Canadian friends. But we'll take a cheesesteak, and we'll tip, because I'm gluten-free, I can't have it inside a roll, but we'll take a cheesesteak, and we'll put the French fries on top of the meat and cheese. And it ends up being just this whole casserole type thing there. Pretty good. Pretty good. Throw a little Old Bay on top of that, call it a day. Is that Quesadar here? Costa Rica, welcome. Welcome. So I have my go-to content bit, my navigation here. Let's go back and finish wiring up the navigation for that. So here's the article that I want to have it navigate. And if I remember correctly, I'm double checking my notes here to make sure I don't do the wrong thing, right? Yeah, there it is. So inside the vertical stack layout here, I want to handle a click. So I need some gesture recognizers. So I will set up a vertical stack layout, gesture recognizer. And inside here, was it already doing that for me? There it is. Look at that. No, that's not what I want. We'll fix it. We can fix it. Where'd it go? I have a sound effect. We can make it stronger. We can make it correct. Let's do this. That autocomplete is really nice. Totally agree. So let's fix this binding right here. We're going to tell it to walk up, right? Same thing. This should be a relative source ancestor type equals, make sure I get this right. Yep. And brace that. X type. And I want the view model. And this is going to be the feed, newsfeed view model. And we're going to go down the path of, what did I call it? Go to content command. Cool. Put this on another line because that's a lot of code. I generally have a rule. If the content wraps, it's too long. Right? If the content goes off screen, if you have to use this horizontal bar, your code is too long. As soon as I'm looking over here, I forget what was over there. I need to be able to see that all on the screen at the same time. You know? So, command parameter is going to be not reference. Get rid of that X. We're going to say binding and like that. So it'll pass through whatever the current channel item is into this, so it does the navigation and goes over to the thing. Or you need, yes, I have an ultra wide monitor. The problem is I can't broadcast in ultra wide. So, 2 hours from Philly, nice. Sounds like you're somewhere in the middle of the state, out near Harrisburg. Let's see. Okay. So that's going to do the navigation through. I've already got registered. You've seen. I've already got this registered over here, and in App Shell, I had previously registered a route for article content, so it knows how to navigate there. We need this there, so that it knows what page we're actually going to when we say go to async. That is some groovy music, let me tell you. All right, so next stop. Let's go. That should navigate everything all the way through. I want to go back to article content. And I'm going to call this the article. That feels weird. Let's bind it to the title of the page. So, and we'll want to make the title of the page, after this comes through and is set, I can do a partial, right? And when the content is changed, right, I can say title equals title, right? So I've just passed it all the way through. The title of the article we set to the title of this page, and we can go set this also now. Well, we can load content on the page, right? Let's put that on the page. And this is good. This is the dumbest, simplest, easiest thing for you to build as a .NET MAUI developer, and I love every second of it. I want a WebView. I want to be able to show, here's the page. Where are we going? Check this out. This is so good. Binding, I'm going to reach into the content object, grab the link. Done. This is so good. I mean, I need this one for the birdie to make sure that no errors when we compile. Deploy succeeded. Here we go. Here we go. So let's go down. I'm going to go into that Dev Express blog. There's some of their content. Let's take a look at their word processing tips or tricks. Let's click that, and there it is. There's the blog post. Load it up. Just reach into the feed, grab the page, boom, there it is. Now, I'm doing the web browser to actually navigate to the page. In some feeds, they actually include the HTML in the description. And we could bind and put that there. We could. We could also set up our HTTP client so that it reaches into these links and grabs all the content, figures out all the other side content, downloads it, and stash it locally. We could do that too. Those are a little bit further and off the topic that I wanted to cover in showing how this works. You've got a simple web browser that's here that looks and has all the content that was on the blog. I can jump back, go all the way over. Hey, let's go check out this guy, Fritz. He wrote a PDF report using Iron PDF, and that's going to take a second to load. There it is. Done. And right there's how I used Iron PDF to build a PDF report for the ClipTalk application. And it's all in this little newsreader that we wrote. And there's all kinds of things we could certainly do to make this more interesting, to put more content in here. But that's up to you now. There's so much that you can do with this. You have the tools to build and work with this. You can tune this, tweak this to do whatever you want, because you have the features here. There's nothing mystical about this. You can take this same WebView here, and the source doesn't have to be that link that you're passing through. You can, if you download the HTML, where is it? You can pass through that source as HTML. Yeah. No. Shoot, where'd that go? I had this working. the other day. Let's go look in the docs. That's not ISPO WebView. It's over here. There we go. And HTML WebView, WebView.source. Right, WebView.source. No. I have to put C data around it. All right, fine. Right, and then we can do whatever you want in here. If you've got an HTML page that you want to embed, you want to read and just drop content in here, right? You've got that capability. Or just point to an HTML file that you have that you included in the static resources. It's easy to do and bring in that content. Now, why didn't it load that? I removed the binding WebView source, blah, 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 HTML body, hello world. Yeah, HTML. Oh, I forgot. There's one more nesting there. Rerun that. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Sinclairinator. Yeah. Right? So you can force in what you want. Choose what you want. Say, I've only put one object in that little SQLite database. Tinker with it. Load up and keep a cache of the HTML content and styling and all that stuff locally if that's what you need. Or grab the RSS and put the description content in there and load and tinker with that. I'm showing you just the beginning of the iceberg here. All right?